everybody. I had a good time. It was fun.
We live? What's up, good peoples? Welcome to Hamilton Radio on the net, Hamilton Radio on Facebook, on the app, Hamilton Radio, Channel 2. We are glad to be in the building with you guys one more time. One more time. We had an amazing weekend. Got Brother Robert getting ready to bless you guys with an amazing rendition. We've been working hard, man. We've been working hard, trying to bring you guys quality entertainment as much as we can. Right now, we're trying to average at least once a month to give exposure to a lot of upcoming talent, new artists, business owners, and just a whole gang of positive thinking people and people that's trying to do great things in the community. We believe in working with them and exposing them. So Rob, man, of the Robert Rufus Experience, brother, welcome back. We missed you last week, Doctor.
Yeah, Doc, I was doing some.
I know.
Getting ready.
Yeah. Yeah, welcome back, man. Uh-oh. I got it.
We got a delay here or
Yeah,
something.
man. Yeah. Doubling up on them, Doc. What's up, Terrell? What's up, B? I see you. DeAsia, I see you. Byron, what's good with you, man? Thanks for tuning in. We got to share this thing, man. Get some people on here. I know y'all cooking out, got rib juice all over your cell phones. And I mean, we going to work with you, though. Get a napkin and wipe that joint off. Come on and sit with us
Put
for
it through
an
the
hour.
system. Put it through the system. out
Yeah.
there. Turn that music off. Turn that maze off and all that.
Yeah, we go hook you up real quick. Some good stuff here. Nah, what's up with y'all, man? Happy holidays, man. Happy Memorial Day. Rob, let's go into it, man. Give them something, man. Usher 'em on in. Man, that was awesome, brother.
Brother.
Yeah, man,
Thank you,
that
brother.
was awesome, man. Usher Ramon and Doc.
Come on, Doc. We
That's
gotta
what we
get him
that's what we call ushering into the kingdom.
All day.
Yes, sir.
All
Yes,
day.
sir. Get you right in the mood, man. That's something that's beautiful about the Robert Rufus experience that we do at the different clubs and restaurants and lounges in the tri-state area. A lot of people don't understand like what we mean by the Robert Rufus experience. It's one. Let's give them a little insight of the experience. I know what it means. I know, when I listen to you play and you take us on a journey. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yeah.
So let's give them an idea of what it means to you when we say the Robert Rufus experience.
Okay. Great. Yeah. So it's basically it's not basic, but my experience through life playing, growing up in church and then playing outside of church and dealing with other artists like poetry. Me and my brother was doing poetry together. I was playing baseball. He was doing poetry. Then I had dealt with with other artists that not my shade, just different
Different nationalities.
nationalities and
Right.
everything, and just bring it all together makes it an experience that I want to share with the people and just give them the vibe and how we when we vibe and play or we finish off a song and just make it just jump where everybody like can't help but move. That's my great goal. Is like you're gonna move,
Right.
and if you try to stop, you can't because you're gonna feel. It.
Right.
And just want everybody to understand about the music, how it can change your life, it can change your thinking, and I try to play through that. So I'm sending out good vibes through my music too. So
Right.
that's my main goal is to just have everybody understand about the good and the good in them and the God in them through my
Right.
music. So,
Right.
and hopefully it touches people who hear it and who come to the experience. I've been getting great reviews. So from the people that came out, and
Right.
so that was the vision that was sent to me. So that's why. I
So
know
it's
it
a combination of all of your experiences that you've had
okay.
as an artist, as a musician. Now you're taking the bass guitar, which isn't normally a lead
guitar,
instrument. You're taking it and putting it out front so people can see how unique this instrument really is.
Well, in this area, I guess, but there are, with the Victor Wootens and the Marcus Miller, they've been putting it out in front. Stanley Clark, and they put it out in front in the national wide. So I mean, it's and there's a lot of brothers doing it now. So I mean, but in this area, I'm trying to, get people aware about how the instrument can be a lead
Right.
instrument and it can just you will enjoy the melodic and the different tones you can get out of the bass and like with and I was explaining at the show about how people can take a flute or a violin, a cello, and just make it sound like heaven. So
Right.
it's like that's my go-to to make instruments just sing and tell you the story about my experience. So,
That's awesome, man.
yeah.
That's awesome. Yeah. Each show, we want to make people feel comfortable because we deal with a lot of artists that come in.
Yeah.
Shout out to the View Lounge. Thank you
Yes,
for
thank
hosting
you.
us
Yes.
on Saturday. It was an amazing event. Shout out to Kerry Carter
Yeah, Kerry
and
Carter.
Sam Livingston.
Sam, they were phenomenal. They did a great job.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, man. He took us back, man.
Yeah,
And,
yeah.
Some of the songs that he did, I was definitely impressed. Kerry Carter, she always delivered.
She always,
You know, an
she
outstanding performance.
Yeah, she's really getting comfortable more
Yeah.
now, and now she's like, she says some doors are opening up for her. So I just, that's why I told her. I said, that's my job to empower our people and
Right.
their gifts,
Promote them.
promote their gifts, and
Right.
you're empowering them by promoting them because they're doing something that they probably would never do.
Give them that platform.
Give them a platform.
And it opens up so many other doors.
Yeah.
One of the things that we were talking about was how music is making a comeback in this area. There was a time Trenton, New Jersey
Yeah.
hosted so many amazing bands in
Yeah.
the 60s and the 70s, and a
Yeah.
lot of great artists
Yep.
came from the Trenton, New Jersey area.
Yep.
And the world got a chance to hear what they were actually doing as teenagers back home.
Yeah.
They were able to take it to the world from members of the LaBelle, Patti LaBelle,
The
and
LaBelles,
you had Sarah
Easton-
Dash, you
Sarah
had
Dash,
Nona
Easton Funk.
Hendricks, you had
Raymond Earl.
Raymond
Mr.
Earl
Funk.
and Instant Funk.
And they were playing. He told me a lot of stuff when I talked to him Thursday about how they wasn't signed and they were doing all these studio sessions.
Right.
And when Gamble and Huff heard it was done, then he signed them right away.
Right, because they were playing
they were
behind so many
yeah,
artists.
So many artists. Because is it Bunny Siegel or
Bunny Sigler.
Sigler?
Yeah, amazing
He was
songwriter.
doing all. They was doing all them sessions.
With him, for his artists.
Yeah.
So
And,
the OJs, they
OJs,
wrote
yep.
for them. They wrote for Lou Rawls,
Lou Rawls, yeah.
Phyllis Hyman.
Yeah, and they didn't. And then he didn't. Once when Mr. Huff heard him, he's like, "Oh, we got to sign them." And
Yeah, Philadelphia International.
Philadelphia International.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So many artists that held from Trenton, New Jersey,
Yeah.
that went between Philadelphia and New York, and they were signed to major labels, and the music scene was real
It was
popping, man. Yeah.
And I heard also they had like they had the theaters where they can it was movie theaters, but you could also have music in there too.
Absolutely.
So they so all the bands used to practice just so they can get in those theaters
And
and
the
play.
shows, right.
Yeah, and then that also helped with the James Browns coming through.
Right, that's what I was
and
about to say.
Rufus-
Yeah, all them guys
Rufus
came through and got got
and
artists
played.
and played with them, and even performed here
Yeah,
at some of the
performed,
local local venues.
Yeah.
So it was an amazing time. So what we're trying to do is basically
Bring it back.
Bring it back. Yeah.
And I asked Mr. Raymond Earl to come to one of my shows. I got his info and everything, so he can explain. Even if you want to play too, just to come and just explain to everybody who didn't know, or
Right.
just reiterate that we trying to bring it back. So
Yeah, we got to bring it back. We had a chance to allow even young musicians to come on stage and play.
That was
That was awesome. Little AJ,
Yeah.
10-year-old musician, plays like 3 or 4 different instruments.
And some of his class, not to cut you off, some of his classmates, I played at the YMCA
Right.
on Pennington in New Jersey, and
Some of them were there.
They were there, and they was asking the next day about learning live instruments, and I was
Right.
like, so I told the coordinator that you were about to start that
The
stuff.
music school. Right.
So, but she was really impressed, and then the kids was like, because when they seen AJ play at the school,
Right.
they were
They want to pick up
they
instruments.
want to pick up instruments. Yeah.
It's one of the things that anyone from any culture can appreciate.
Yes.
Because music is, it's international, man. It's a spiritual thing. So
Yeah.
even when you look at some of the artists that were signed to major labels from other countries,
Yeah.
they all were trying to get to the United States during the 60s and the 50s and the 70s. The Rolling Stones and the Beatles. And,
Oh yeah.
you look at those type of artists, even coming now to, Sam Smith and Adele, and these, individuals are from other countries, but they love the music scene here. And if you can get in the music scene in the United States, that's something that's huge.
Right.
And all of the artists aspire to do that.
Right.
So that's good, man. That's good. Yeah, I just wanted to dedicate a little bit of time to talk
thank you,
about the
brother.
music, man. And
Yeah.
we have something coming up June 9th.
Yeah, we'll
at
be
the
at
Dubai.
Dubai, yep.
So we got the Robert Rufus Experience. We'll be at Dubai nightclub here in Trenton, New Jersey on New York Avenue on, what is that, Saturday?
It's a Sunday.
A Sunday? Okay,
Yeah.
Sunday, June 9th.
3 to 5.
3 to 5.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 to 5.
And we got Essie, which is an amazing artist. She was
Singer, songwriter.
singer, songwriter.
Very versatile.
Very versatile.
She does opera,
jazz,
soul,
everything.
everything, man. Gospel,
we
whatever.
doing a funk show.
Yeah.
But she's going to talk about that probably at the show. But and then Brandon is also, we play together for Essie.
Okay.
And he's the amazing guitar player that is I call him the shredder, man.
He's amazing, huh?
Yeah,
he's a singer too, right?
He sings and plays, yeah.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
So it's gonna be
I'm looking forward
a great
to that,
time,
man.
It's gonna be a great
Yeah,
time.
I'll be there hosting.
Yep.
Making you
You
all
got it,
feel
Doc.
comfortable and feel loved, and that's what we bring to the table. When you
Yeah.
come to one of our shows,
Yeah.
we want you to feel appreciated. We want you to feel
yeah,
loved.
we appreciate you coming.
And,
Yep.
we're going to mess with you a little bit in a good way. You know what I mean? We don't want you to feel uptight. You coming
Nah.
out to have a good time
Yeah,
and
you
enjoy
coming out
some
to
good
enjoy.
music.
You spend your hard money that
Yeah.
you want you to enjoy it,
That's
enjoy
right.
yourself.
So you're going to feel like family. By
Yep.
the time you leave there, you're going to be like, yo, I was just with my cousins. Yeah, they're my
That's how we
cousins.
do.
They're my
Cousin
people.
enough.
Robert and Drake.
Cousin enough.
That's my people. Like, well, what's his mama name?
That's my cousin enough.
Don't worry about that. You too nosy. That's my family. That's all
Cousin
you need to know.
enough. Call him cousin
The
enough.
whole
That's
band.
cousin
We
enough.
all family.
We all family. Come on up here and sing.
Come
little.
on up here, 'cause we going and to be honest, it brings people out of their shell.
Yes. Yeah,
And,
man.
it helps them kind of get back to dreaming again.
Yeah.
And that's
the
important.
thing, that
A lot of people, they get to the point to where they lose their dreams because of reality and living and
Living,
they get to a place to where it's like, you know what, I don't have time for this anymore. So let me do this because I have to.
Yeah.
So they get the jobs and they stay too long,
Too
and before you
long,
know
yep.
it, the time done went by and you never had a chance,
to dream.
live out your dream or even manifest it.
Yeah.
And that leads us right into the segue of our topic tonight on urban economics and development, maximizing your time.
Yeah. Dope.
Let that sink in a little bit. Maximizing your time.
You want to give people the number to call in, Dre?
If you got any questions or you want to call in, you should be able. Well, I know we're on radio as well. I can't even see that. What the? Let me look at this thing. All right, I don't want to give you my cell number. Y'all be
Cell
calling
number.
me and all.
I got something to say.
Like it's 2 a.m. It's too late. You should have called in between 5 and 6. But nah.
I got something to
If you
say.
want to call into the station, you can call in 609-807-2492. If you want to chime in, tonight's topic is maximizing your time.
Yeah, that's a good topic. bro.
Yeah. So what that means to me is, I own several businesses. Thank God that I've been put in a position to do this for, close to 20 years, a little over 20 years, actually. One of my companies, Shoulders Entertainment, which is about 23 years old. But all the businesses that I had visions for, first, it just came as an idea. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times when people say, oh, my God, I'm in tune with God and, God talks to me, it's deep, but at the same time,
You better write it down.
you got to write it down because it comes to you as an idea, and that's the way that he'll send stuff to you. Mm-hmm. It's not going to always, it's not going to ever drop out of the sky, so we can forget that part. All right, it ain't just going to be like, fall into your lap like.
Oh, look what I got here. It's a job. Oh, it's a business. Oh, this is all right. All right.
Nah.
No.
You gotta. It's gonna come to you in your spirit. You know, when you,
Yeah.
especially your purpose, is going to come to you in your spirit when you're like 7 or 8 or maybe even 10. You'll get an idea like, oh my God, I should do that. And sometimes it'll make you angry to see something not done or see something that isn't there. And you'll be like, man. And that's how it comes to you as an idea to fix that problem. It's like we're all put here
Right.
for a reason, to answer a question or to solve a problem, to be the solution for something much greater. And 9 times out of the 10, it starts with what gives you a passion or what angers you or what drives you or what keeps pulling you towards something greater.
Right.
And even though you've never done it or you've never seen it done or you haven't experienced, it's still going to draw you. And it may be someone else's experience that motivates you or enlighten you or inspire you to want to do what you love.
Right.
So they kind of create a blueprint for you if you've seen it done before. And if you haven't, write it down. Either way, write it down.
Right.
And as you begin to write more and more about the things you want to accomplish or the things that are pulling you, like this podcast or this radio show
Right.
that we're on now, it was something that's been pulling at us for many years. And we talked about it, and Rob and I always, when we're working out and doing different things in the community, we're always talking about inspiration and dreams and following those dreams. And we talked about radio stations and how we need different platforms to promote what we're doing and to help, promote other artists and other entrepreneurs.
Right.
And this was going back years ago. And then here we are with our own podcast on this radio show. Hopefully we'll be able to get on others. But then we have the Facebook Live podcast that we do from 8 to 9. And then it's the things that were pulling at us. We talked about it. One, speak it into existence. That's very important. But then writing the vision and making it plain so that those that read it can run their by. That was a constant reminder, to me of saying we need more media outlets.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so as we talked about it and as we wrote about it, then we began to live it out. And when the opportunities came, they didn't just slip by us. It was like, boom, that's an opportunity. This is what we talked about. Yeah. So now let's act on it. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So the amazing thing about following your dreams is having a timeline to your dream. You have to set a date, or else it's just a dream. It doesn't really become a goal until you've set a date to it.
Right. And
you'll hear us talking about different shows we have coming up, different events we have, whether it's seminars or whether it's the live Rob Rufus Experience shows. We'll always throw a date out there.
Yes.
And what that date does, it stamps. Mm-hmm. It's like an approval date. You've been approved. Clamp, you stamp the date. And when you come, that's what you're going to receive, whatever it is. Even opening new businesses. We put a timeline to it. I try to break it down to where people can get a clear understanding. So we'll do vision boards. Yeah. And in those vision boards, we'll include dates and timelines so that, once we start approaching those goals, even if it's a one-day goal, you know what I mean? I wake up and I have a plan for that day. Yeah. If we're working on several properties, our plan for that day is to execute this many properties, and I'll relay the messages to my team, and then they'll relay it to whoever else they need to relay it to on our team, and that's how timelines are met. Also, that's how dreams are accomplished by someone, usually the visionary, passing information down. Right. Getting it out to the team, and then we're acting on it, and we're approving it, and it's an amazing thing. So, in setting goals and maximizing your time with those goals, every second count, right? Yes. So when we're thinking about every second that's going to count, you tend not to want to waste time, and you tend not to want to, just let the hours go by and you not touch your dream. So say if, you have a dream of getting in shape, right? You have a timeline. What is your timeline to get in shape? You know what I mean? When we approach health and wellness, it's a lifelong journey for us. So we keep learning more and more and more. And then we okay, we want to get our arms back tight, or we want to get our abs tight, or we want to get our chest right, or get stronger, or begin to lose weight, or whatever the case may be. We set goals to that, and we approach it and say, okay, well, normally I sleep 8 hours or 9 hours, but now I want to get to the point to where I can put time in to go to the gym. So guess what? Now you got to try to sleep 7 hours.
Right.
Where you going to fit that hour into workout? Let's fit it in the morning. You get up a little bit earlier, or go to bed a little bit later, or whatever it is that you have to do to sacrifice to make sure that you meet your goal. So you have a timeline. You want to lose a certain amount of weight, or you want to get stronger in the gym, and your goal is to say, okay, this week I'm going to go to the gym 3 days a week, right? So if this week we're going to go 3 days this week, we're going to set a timeline of when we're going to be able to do that. And you look at your schedule. Like everybody, when it comes down to getting healthy, we can come up with a million excuses why we can't go to the gym, why we can't, you know what I mean? Eat the correct, I hear people saying fruits and vegetables are expensive. Like, what? Like, how?
So
What do you mean it costs more to eat healthy? No, that pack of meat that you just bought.
So you want to eat
Right, that pack of ham hocks.
Okay, I got you. Okay,
and
all right.
Turkey necks that you just bought just cost you $20. You know what I mean? You can go buy a bag of apples for like $1, $2.
Right.
You know what I mean? So how is it that eating healthy going to cost you more? It's really not. So right now we're maximizing the time, and in maximizing the time, we got to tell the truth.
Got to be truthful Tuesday.
That's going to help us maximize the time. You do have time. You just have to turn the television off.
Yeah.
In the evenings when you come home, get to the place where you say, okay, today if I'm going to exercise, I can't watch TV when I come home from work. I need to take my work clothes with me, my workout clothes with me. You know what I mean? If you're going to the gym after work, or if you're going to go before, you go to work, you have to prioritize and use your time wisely now.
Right. Take your time. Like, some people go right all in.
Right.
And then it's like,
yeah, you got to pace yourself.
You got to take it gradual. You can't just go like, I'm going to just go lift 800 pounds now.
Right, because then when you go home sore, you're like, I know I shouldn't have went.
No.
You know what I mean?
Take it easy. Get those light weights.
Right. Pace yourself.
Pace it,
the key is a lot of times people don't want to do the cardio.
Yeah.
Which is, to me, the most important piece of working out, because you're automatically thinking, I want to go in, I want to lose weight, or I want to become more healthier. Well, guess what? We got to get that heart rate going, right? Yeah. So in getting that heart rate going, we want to sweat a little bit. Yeah. You don't have to jump into the weights right away. Go in and just walk on the treadmill. Yeah. Get on the Stairmaster. Get that body used to moving again. Start stretching. Stretching is probably more important than any other piece to working out. Getting your body used to that feeling, used to that burn again, and becoming more and more disciplined with your eating habits. That's going to help tremendously. So, you may want to cut out your breads, and you may want to cut out your dairy, you know what I mean? And, I was talking to someone yesterday, and we were making some desserts using almond milk, and they were so used to using whole milk, and it was like, I said, no, well, I don't buy baby calf growth formula.
Excuse me, can I get that baby calf growth formula right there? Excuse me, sir? Yeah, that right there on the 455.
So in my house, they was like, so what do your kids use for, I'm like, they use almond milk.
Almond milk.
They don't get that's what I buy. That's what you're going to take. You know what I mean? And I've been using almond milk for over 20 years.
Awesome.
And, the whole milk and 2%, no, that's still baby calf growth formula. Like, you stealing from the baby calf. You know what I mean? Like, right now, when you sitting there, you want to put that in your food. You gonna be big like a baby cow. So, it's funny when you think about it that way, but think about it this way. Do we give a other animals' milk.
Right.
Like when they're feeding little monkeys or feeding little lions or goats, are we saying, hey, give them some baby calf milk to the little lion? No, or give it to no. They need the nutrition from their mothers, and that's what's coyote, natural. Say, give them that baby hyena milk. No, we don't do that because it literally. It's almost like a steroid inside of it. That's why the calves need it. The horse don't drink calf milk or cow milk. They drink the milks from their mothers, and we're not giving any of these animals human milk. You know what I mean? No, we're giving them what they supposed to have. You know what I mean? We're the only species that kind of cross the line and just be like, yo, let's get some goat milk. What?
I need that, Doc. I need like what? No.
So anyway,
baby calf milk. That baby calf milk right there, so stretch my neck. I need my neck.
Yeah. Want a bigger tongue, you know what I mean? Go get some hoofs in a minute, you know what I mean? Like, your ears looking kind of small right now. How you move your ears like that? They wonder why people can move their ears all funny and baby got little tails growing on them. Oh, that's why you jamming yourself up, little baby calf. You know what I mean?
The DNA don't want that.
It's fighting it.
Fight it.
You know what I mean? But then we get the cancers and all the other stuff. Yeah. But anyway, we're joking about it and laughing about it, but it's information that really can help you. When you're thinking about getting healthier, becoming more becoming more wise with the things that you choose to eat. You know what I mean? And the things that you choose. Oh, Bill, crazy. Tom, I ain't even gonna repeat what Bill just said. He's stupid. What's up, man?
What did Billy say?
Yeah, don't even repeat it, Doc.
Don't read it.
Don't read it out loud,
Doc.
Oh,
boy.
Yeah.
Billy, so, come on, Billy.
With maximizing the time, that's one way to kind of set your dates and set your goals when it comes to becoming more healthier and more health conscious. Just get as much information as possible. Get as much information as possible to help yourself in that area. When it comes to knowing who you are, that's really, really important into finding your purpose and trying to figure out what you were sent here to do. It starts within yourself. A lot of times it's the thing that nag you the most. It's the ideas that keep popping up inside of you that you can't shake. And you will know it because you've thought about it several times since childhood. What's up, Tim? You've thought about it since childhood, and
what's up, T?
It kind of keep nagging you, keep pulling at you, and that's part of why you were sitting here to fulfill that vision, to fulfill that purpose. Now we get to the point to where we smother it. We tend to cover it up with excuses why we can't be successful in certain areas. Why we can't accomplish certain goals,
and some people listen to other people too, like
the naysayers,
and they just like, okay, well, since they said I can't sing that,
right?
Like, no,
right?
I can't make this this big. I'm not a good carpenter, so I'm not going to be a carpenter or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You got to fight those,
and you got to surround yourself with people that are moving in the direction that you want to move in.
Yeah.
Like every industry that we tapped into, even with writing books and becoming an author, I had to start thinking like an author. I had to start thinking like a writer and setting time aside to actually write.
Right.
And express the idea that I wanted to express in this book. I had to learn what makes it a book. How do you get involved with publishing? How do you get involved with distribution? How do you find an editor? You know what I mean? Yeah. So I had to start surrounding myself. I couldn't stay in the realm of construction
Right. Trying
when
to
it
do a
came
book.
to, being author of a book.
Yeah, yeah.
My plumber can't tell me anything about editing
Like, yeah,
or
Dre, you got to put
right.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
I get it.
Right. So in those different industries that you go into, surround yourself with people in those industries and educate yourself and then apply that information. And that's how you maximize time. You're not going to waste time talking to people that can't help you in those industries. When it came to the music industry, we surrounded ourselves by, of course, musicians that were doing what we wanted to do, people that owned studios until we were
Yeah.
able to build our own studio.
Right.
And we tend to ask the questions, what equipment do you need?
Right, yeah.
And guess what? That helped us maximize the time when it came to, doing music. And then, okay, we want to do shows. Okay, so now we go from the mindset of having a studio and doing production to now, how do we get in front of an audience?
Yeah.
Right? And we figured that part out and started asking questions and
We
networking, with
Yeah.
people that own lounges. And,
Yes, yes.
we begin to have those conversations about what dates are available, and then now that we have the platforms in place, we went to the place of, okay, how do we get other artists to come out and how do we expose other artists?
Right.
To give them exposure and let their talents be seen. And we have a few things that that you must learn to do in the different industries that you tap into, and it's the research part.
Research and yep, that's big major. Yeah, it
Yeah.
is because when we were doing Kelsey's with Shane down in that
Down
was a
in
lot
Atlantic
of
City.
Atlantic City. That was a lot of research that
Yeah,
because Al was helping us with different things, and
Right.
and I was just listening and watching and playing and listening and watching, but
learning,
it was
soaking
learning
it
a
up.
lot. Yeah, I was soaking up a lot of info, and that kind of helped me with this too, with the experience. But just watching and learning the different the different venues that we went into,
Right.
We did the War Memorial. We opened up for music with Shane,
Music Soul Child,
and,
right.
That
Worked
was
with the
that-
promoters
worked
there.
Promoters for that.
Actually, we
Went to school
were
with him.
sponsors.
Oh, okay.
Well, you didn't know, but
I didn't know. Oh, okay.
One Heaven Inc.
One Heaven Inc.
Another
sponsor?
business that I own.
Oh, okay.
I sponsor a lot of the shows that went on I still do at the War Memorial,
Awesome.
at the museum,
And
at the Sun Center,
Yeah,
what
you
it's
did-
called the Cure Center now.
Yeah.
But I sponsor a lot of the events from the nonprofit standpoint,
Awesome.
just to help the local promoters.
Right.
But it's an industry that I had to learn. How do I get involved? And
Right.
how do I get people to donate to our nonprofit organization? But it's a whole other industry that I had to ease my way into.
Yeah, yeah.
And in doing that, I didn't always announce what we were behind or what we pushed or what we sponsored, but a lot of it we were doing it and we were there and we are still doing them now. I got about 6 shows that I'm sponsoring. So
Awesome.
that'll be another outlet, if we want to do opening acts for some of these shows that are coming here. That's
Awesome.
another opportunity for us to do that.
Great.
So yeah, it's important, man, with maximizing the time, educating yourself on the different industries that you're going to tap into. If you're starting a business, no matter what type of business it is, if you're getting into, a music shop or an antique shop or a floral
Furniture shop.
furniture
Everybody need
store,
furniture.
right.
Yeah.
If you're trying to get your real estate license, those different industries call for, different information to be given out and to be introduced and distributed to whoever your clientele is going to be. But you have to learn it first. So that research part is key. Setting the date is key. People have, all types of dreams of things they want to accomplish and things they want to do, but, it's not realistic until you set a date.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got to lock something in. You got to give yourself a timeline to say, this is when I'm putting it out. This is when you'll be able to come and see me. This is when the shop is open. This is when the doors will open. This is when, I'll turn in my paperwork for, whatever it is,
Right.
registering your business or getting your tax ID number. Like all of that should have a date. So what I do to kind of give you an idea is like I'll go through my week and I'll have a 1 day plan. And that's each day I'm doing something
Constructive.
yeah,
Just
to work towards
push
that
towards a
goal for that day until we accomplish it. And sometimes I exceed what I originally wrote. So now you go to a 1 week plan. So whatever your goal is for that week, you'll be able to look each day and say, am I moving towards my total 1 week plan? And you'll be able to check things off the list each day. And by the end of the week, you're going to exceed what you previously wrote down to set out for that week to accomplish. Now you go to a 1 month plan. So I'll take a sheet of paper, right? And I'll write 4 circles on that paper. And the first circle will represent that day. The second circle will represent that week. The third circle will represent that month. And then your fourth circle will represent
that year.
Awesome. Right. So when it comes time to move towards accomplishing those goals, guess what? You're going to have a timeline, or what we call in the construction industry, you're going to have a blueprint. And this is going to teach you how to navigate through your days and through your life. So now what'll happen is, as you maximize time, no matter what it is, you could do one for your health and wellness, have a whole different vision board for health and wellness. If you're going to do one for following your dreams, or if you're going to do one for traveling, have a vision board set just for traveling.
Right.
And if you're going to go, on a cruise or go to a different island or whatever, you have a vision board set for that trip of the countdown.
Right.
This is what I need. Okay, if I got to get a passport, this is what I need to do to get a passport.
Yep.
If I got to, find a travel agent, this is what I got to do, find a travel agent. If I want to, pick an island to go to, guess what? You got to start going through to the meetings with your ooh, mom's calling. My bad.
Mama, I'm on
I
live.
know, right?
I made it, Mama. I'm on TV. You can't call me now. I'm on the radio live,
real.
Mama.
Like, I was just calling to see if you ate something, baby. Come by and get a plate.
Get a plate.
Memorial Day, we cook.
Day we cook for
I
you.
put something. I know you don't eat the meat and the baby cows no more. I was just, Mom, I'm on the radio.
I'm on the radio
I'm
now.
gonna call you when we're done. Okay, baby. Tell your friends I said hi. Hey, y'all, my mama said hi.
All y'all in everywhere
Across the international.
the sea.
My mama said hi.
Mama said hi.
I told you that was my cousin. You know what I mean?
Cousin enough.
My auntie always checking on it. Anyway.
It's great, man.
Yeah. So one of the things that I wrote down too that I wanted to share this evening was finding out who you are, right? So there are 5 questions that I want for you to think about. And whether we talk about it or not, you're spending time thinking about these questions every single day of your life. The number 1 question is, who am I? Not as in, hi, my name is Andre Williams. No, who am I?
Right.
In a spiritual sense.
Right.
Because you're much more than the person that we meet, and you're much more than your job title or your career title, or you're much more than that. So write these 5 questions down, and I want you to be able to answer them, and these will help you when you're trying to find your purpose and your vision, and you're going to be able to say, okay, now I understand why he said look inside first and stop looking ahead of me, or stop looking outside of me to find my goal or my dream. Like, God placed these things in you before you were even born.
Yep.
One of the books that I have coming up is called Plant the Seed, Grow the Dream. And when you think about the oak tree, it was an acorn. But everything that oak tree would become is inside of that acorn from the very beginning. So now when you see these 100 feet tall oak trees, and remember, it was a little seed at first. And everything that oak tree would become was the nutrients, all of it, the characteristics, the deep roots. It was already put into a system that was locked into this acorn. So if it got into good soil, it would blossom into and fulfill its purpose of becoming that oak tree, right?
Yes.
So we don't often look at the origin of things and connect the dots. We kind of just be like, no, I'm here. I am. I got here. No, everything that you're seeing now was inside of us already. From all of these businesses, like God knew my capacity. He knew what I would be able to accomplish in meeting and networking and talking to people. And some people have one gift, some people have many gifts.
Yeah.
But it was already inside of me. None of this is new. It may be new to some people, but speaking and being in front of people and feeling comfortable in front of people, that was already inside of me. It just went into another form, and some of those forms came out in daycares and preschools and music companies and nonprofit organizations and construction companies and real estate. Like it came out in all of these areas, but it was already inside of me. God was like, I'm going to equip this young man with some things that's going to be able to bless people in different areas. Same thing with you doing business. In your music, it was already something that was placed inside of you. And we just had to nurture it.
Nurtured it, yeah.
You know what I mean? And allow it to be manifested. And it's the same thing with our audience. You have tremendous gifts and tremendous works inside of you. And there's a side of you that you haven't even met yet.
Yep.
There's a person inside of you that is already everything that you dreamed of becoming. But you have to get around people that's going to nurture that. Right?
Birth the baby.
Yeah, man. Birth the baby, for real.
Birth the baby.
So the one question, we have 5 that I want you to write down. The first question is, who am I? The second question is, why am I here? Right? I want you to be able to answer these questions. It may take you a while to do it. Some of you may have already started thinking about, your purpose and why you were put here on this earth. Some of you may not even know why you were put here. You think, I was just sitting here to be an administrative assistant, or I was just, nah.
Bus driver.
Nah. Now, if that was something you've been dreaming about for a long time,
right.
then, hey, be the best at it.
Be the best.
You know
Bus
what I mean?
driver or...
Yeah. But if God put more inside of you, now it's time to think about it. Why am I here? Like, God, why did you send me here? Why did you create me? And it's inside of you. Like I said, it's normally something that you're passionate about, something that you have a love for, that you can do, without anyone paying you to do it. You can just do it and feel gratified just being in that industry. But if you think about it that way and you work it that way, guess what? The finance is going to come. We always talk about the scriptures where it say your gift shall make room for you. This is one of the areas where knowing who you are and knowing why you're here, this is where it becomes very true to your gift. And if you're working in it, you're going to see the maximum results of that gift. It's just You have to get started, right? So again, number 1 question is, who am I? The number 2 question is, why am I here? The number 3 question is, where did I come from? Okay, so I want you to think about that. Where did I come from? Not, Detroit or, I'm from
Serbia.
Afghanistan. No,
Okay.
like, where did I come from?
Right.
Where did you come from spiritually? Because you got to know who your creator is. You have to know what you're made of, right? So the only way to find out that is to know where you came from, what you're a part of. And it's always something bigger. The 4th question is, where am I going? You just don't jump in your car and just start driving until you run out of gas. Like, you always have a destination. Right? So whenever you jump on the bike or the bus or the train or airplane, you're not just saying, hey, just fly, you know what I mean? Or, hey, just sail. You know, you're not just jumping on the ship like, hey, let's see where we end up today. Let's see where we run out of gas at today.
Right.
So if you're traveling with a destination in mind, what do you think your life is? This is a journey that you're on, right? So in this life's journey, what is your end game? Where do you want to end up in life? Where do you see yourself ending up? You know, a lot of times we spend countless hours doing things that don't lead us to where we want to end up. You'll spend a lot of time, you know, working for somebody else, helping making them rich, or you'll spend a lot of time drinking, smoking, stuff that's actually killing you.
So,
And, you know, and these are all learned behaviors, you know what I mean, that we tend to gravitate to when we want to escape reality. But people try to escape reality because they're not happy with their reality. So to me, I get high off life. I get high off of my dreams and accomplishing my goals and helping other people like that. If you see me at one of our events, or if you're locking it, this is what makes me high. You know what I mean? This is because I'm living out my purpose by helping people, by being a blessing to people and encouraging people and starting businesses and providing schools and all of that stuff. That's what my purpose is in life, to represent God and multiply his image around the earth.
right.
That's a part of my purpose. And in doing that, I have to share this great information. People be like, Dre, why you telling people how to do this, and you're going to lose money? Like, how am I going to lose money by giving out information? Like, to me, it's not even about the money. I wrote books, and I didn't write this book thinking about money.
Right.
I wrote this book about how can I equip people with information that they haven't learned. How can I tell them that you're a real estate investor and you don't even know it? Even if you're paying rent, no, you're still an investor. Even if you're renting whatever, or leasing or renting a room, like, no, you're still spending money. So you spending money, you're investing money and time into the place that you want to live. You're an investor, point blank. You may not be the one collecting rent, but you're surely paying for a place to reside and keep your furniture and store your goods and lay your head. So guess what? You're investing in that location. You know what I mean? So sometimes I got to drift off into and explain why I'm presenting the questions.
No, it's
you know
great, bro. It's great, and you definitely is passionate about it, and that's what the thing, we're trying to get over. Like, we're passionate about empowering people. It's
Absolutely.
Like, that's our passion to have everybody understand and soar and go. Let's go. It's right here.
Right now. It's not in the past.
It's right now.
It's not in the future.
You can do it.
It's right now. Make a decision right now. Stop holding yourself up. Stop talking yourself out of your blessings. And again, that's a learned behavior.
Yeah.
The first thing people run to is what they're comfortable with. When I inspire people and talk to people about their goals, first thing I hear is why they can't do it
quickly.
And why,
I can't, I don't, I'm like, I don't what?
Like, you ain't even try it yet. You don't even know what you're scared of. Like, tell me what you're scared of. Give me an example right now of you trying what we're talking about and you failing at it. Give me an example. And it'll be like, I never tried it.
Right.
I know. So stop making excuses. Don't be afraid. Let's reprogram the way that we think. And let's unlearn.
Reboot.
That
brain.
Yeah. Unlearn some of the things that the culture has taught us. And now let's start fresh. Okay? Let's try it fresh. And the way that we do it, we're giving you the blueprint right now. You write it down and you keep speaking it. Yep. Now, don't speak it to small-minded people. That's the easiest way to kill
your dream.
A big dream, by telling it to a small-minded person. And stay away from them. We call it weeding out. If you don't know who to talk to, write it down. Talk to God about it. He's the one that put that desire in you in the first place. Right. Surround yourself with people in that industry that's doing it. They're going to tell you all the reasons why you can be successful at it. And they're going to help you, navigate through your blueprint. The last question is, what can I do? What can I do? So we have 5 questions that I want you to be able to answer. And you can share it with me if you like. If you can inbox it and let me see it. And if you want to talk about it, don't matter. I'm here. We're here. You can call us, whatever, and discuss it. And But the key is, I want you to get it. I want you to understand these 5 questions and be able to answer them in your own time, in your own right. The first question again is, who am I? The second question is, where did I come from? No, why am I here? So first question is, who am I? Second question is, why am I here? The third question is, where did I come from? The fourth question is, where am I going? And the fifth question is, what can I do? Always remember, I'm going to give you a little hint. You were created in the image of God. Okay? So that's a hint. So now, if you were created in the image of God, find out who God is.
Correct.
Find out who he is. That's your manufacturer. Okay? So I wouldn't send an Apple computer to Samsung or Hewlett Packard.
Right.
Right? If you're going to return something to Walmart, you're not going to take it to Home Depot
Target.
or Target trying to
Target.
return something. That's what they call it. Terrible name. Anyway, shout out to the owners because y'all killing them right now.
Killing.
Cut the check. You know what I mean?
CTC, bro.
For real. So answer those 5 questions. Hopefully, if I ever meet you in person, you will know the answer to these questions, or you'll at least begin to answer them and find out your purpose. This is going to help you maximize your time. With so many examples that I can give you of people that waste their time, and I swear, I told someone about a week ago, I wish I could purchase somebody else's time that's wasting it. If I can just buy, just let me sell me 8 of your hours.
All I need is 8. That's it.
All I need is 8 of your hours. Let me get 8 of your Jones, and then I'll show you what to do with it. You know what I mean? Because it's a lot of people that just, they just exist, and no goals, no dreams, no vision, and it's sad because I know you have much more in you. I'm one of the type of people that will find good in anybody or in any situation. In any, I give people the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
I ain't gonna kick the chair out from under you.
No.
I'm gonna let you hang yourself. You know what I mean? And if you hang yourself, then I'll put a chair up under your feet, and if you're still breathing,
we're gonna do it this way.
You tried it your way.
You tried it your way.
Your way got you almost killed. You know what I mean? So let's try it this way. You know what I mean? Let's put this energy out there. Let's love on one another, man, and keep inspiring one another, keep supporting one another. There's so many beautiful visionaries out here, and so many gifts inside of us. We just need somebody to help us recognize those gifts and help pull it out of us. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's one of the things that helped me over the years. I had, great parents. I have great parents. My father just turned 77, Andrew Williams. Happy birthday again. We had a chance to celebrate this weekend at the phenomenal event. Had the crowd singing happy birthday to Pops.
With the groove to it, right?
With the groove to it.
We should have did the James Brown way.
That's what we should have did. They put some funk on that.
Funk over there.
But it was an amazing weekend, man. Loved on Pops, man. He deserved it. 77 years,
77
man.
years.
It's an accomplishment, Especially, to me as a young man, he's always been one of my biggest heroes, you know what I mean? And I was telling someone the other day, like, my father never beat me, Doc. Like, I never got a whooping from my dad. They'd be like, what? And I'm like, nah, all he had to do was say it once and point. His fingers was about 8 inches thick, like he was holding a hippopotamus finger. had a big old Shrek finger.
All right. I don't want that to smack me upside the head.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I heard about your whooping. You know what I mean? I don't need to experience it for myself.
Heard about it.
I heard about. I see what crack do to people. I don't have to experience it for myself. I'm good. I learned my lesson. You look bad.
Yeah, right.
I don't want none of that. But
you got it, Pops.
You got it. You said it once. That's good enough for me.
It's done now.
And it helped us forge an amazing relationship over
Yeah,
the
man.
years and teaching me real estate and how to
Yeah,
build.
that's
And
awesome.
I just took it to another level. But
Yeah.
he's always been there, even to this day. He call and want to come out and come on the job sites, come to the
Great.
houses.
That's
He'll
awesome.
pitch in
Keep them
wherever.
young, man. Keep
Say,
them.
Dad, you want to
Keep
go
'em
pick
good.
some materials up? He'll
Right.
take the truck, go grab the materials. I tell him, just drop it off, man.
Right.
Say, don't touch nothing. Let the guys load it and let the guys unload
unload
it
it,
when you
yeah.
get to the destination. So
That's
I'm
awesome.
saying all that to say it's important that we support one another, because I wouldn't be who I am if I didn't have that support and that encouragement. And, find people around you that can help you get to these answers. Some spiritual people that can see deeper than the flesh. We become such a carnal-minded culture that everything is about feelings and emotions and what I eat and what I taste. And like I fast just about every single day. I deny myself some of those, simple pleasures for a higher spiritual cause, though.
Right.
Because I want to be in tune. I want to be better every single day. I want to be able to learn and absorb. But when you're constantly distracted by emotions and, the physical, carnal, behaviors, then you're never going to reach your goals. That's one of the parts of weeding out is being able to bring your flesh up under subjection. We're going to get ready to close. We got Rob going to, bless us with another selection. Again, we have another show coming up on Sunday, June 9th at the Dubai nightclub here in Trenton on New York Avenue. If you're in the New Jersey area and you're looking for something to do and you just want to hang out with some great individuals, some aspiring entrepreneurs and business owners and networkers, and we're going to be in the building. Come out, have fun, get some great food, and just enjoy yourself. Again, I thank you for tuning in to Urban Economics and Development Podcast. I'm your host, Andre Williams. Thank you to our family here at Hamilton Radio, Ruben Rodriguez on the boards. We appreciate you guys. And again, there you have it, maximizing your time. Write those vision boards and put a timeline to it. All right? Rob, take us on out, man. Remix!
I think we off, Doc.
We off? I just like talking.
I just be talking.
I just be talking. That was a good show, man.
Did you get in contact with Pup, bro?
He was trying to reach me.
Did you ever? Yeah.